Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on, let me stand. I am tired, I am weak, I am worn, I am worn. Through the journey, through the storm, precious Lord, lead me on. Take my hand, precious Lord, and help me to stand. You know what? As I sing this song, I think about my mama and growing up in the church. And oh my gosh, when I was really little, I really couldn't sing that well. I'm not saying that I'm Mariah Carey or anybody like that or Whitney Houston, but I try to hold the little tune. I seem to have gotten better, a little better as I've gotten older. Um, my mother, like I was saying before, she was a musician, a dancer. She had all of those gifts and talents, and she used those gifts and talents to make money. And also, that's how she met my dad. So I want to say hello to you all in the chat. Hey, Autumn Rain and Raven and Sweet Thing 81 and Nelson Bellamy. How y'all doing tonight? I hope y'all doing well. I just come on here because I just wanted to vent a little bit and, just kind of give my, little opinion. I'm not coming on here to start anything like that, but I just wanted to vent and maybe some of you all can kind of understand where I'm coming from or relate. How you doing, Magical Lady Duchess? I'm so glad you stopped by. Yes. And we all have let's see, D Asia, Devon Jewel. Good evening, hon. So, as I sung that song and like I said, I was thinking about my grandmother and the elders, of the church and everything because I'm pretty sure we all was raised in the church. But like I said, as I got older, I started getting more into, other things, witchcraft, and finding out things on my own. Now, my grandmother, she taught me a lot about root work and stuff like that because, as I said before, my family came from Louisiana and they settled in I think it's Mississippi and Georgia because my great grandmother was named Georgia. She was named after the state Georgia, and they settled in Chicago and Oklahoma and Texas. So, and I got family all around in California, pretty much I think most of all of our ancestors do come from the south somewhere, some way. If you are an African American that's been here, your ancestors been here in America for a while. We all have ancestors that's connected to hoodoo and voodoo and different things like that. And what I really can't, I should say stand is like when people try to make a difference between the African Americans in the United States because we live in different regions or whatever. I mean, yes, some of us might live in Montana, but they practice hoodoo or voodoo because their ancestors came from the South. I mean, that's just the way that they grew up. And like I said, some people, in the previous video I made this morning, I said a lot of you are witches, blood-born naturally, or root workers, or whatever you want to call yourself, magical people. You do have those gifts and talents, but you know a lot of our ancestors were they converted to Christianity, and they started to believe that the practices and different things that we did were evil. And so a lot of our ancestors not only didn't want anything to do with those practices that came from Africa or came from here in America, because there were Black people here in America already, just like there were Native Americans, different tribes of people, nations of people. There were already people here in America. So wherever your ancestors came from, they already had that practice. So, like I said, when your ancestors, when they converted to Christianity, a lot of the people decided that they didn't want their children to know anything about that. They didn't want them to practice that because they wanted to protect them. They didn't want them to know anything about it. Just like, with my mama teaching me, my mother didn't want me to go through any of that. She didn't want me to, practice or do anything that my mama did, because she saw my grandmother go through so much with people and the hate. Once they know you're different and you're a witch and it's just something about you, people will start to hate you. That's a natural thing because they don't understand it. They're afraid of it, you know. And like I said, most witches, they do well because, our ancestors are going to take care of us. That's just, if you're respecting, your ancestors, and a lot of you who may not even be truly connected to your ancestors are going to take care of you anyway, because that's just the way that they were back in the day. And you just automatically have that blessing upon you. So, hey, sexy voodoo priestess, how you doing? Hey, Michelle. And we got Golden Jay in the chat room. How you doing? And I'm going to get back on what I'm going to get back on, answer a few questions here and read what's in the chat. But, as I was saying before, our ancestors didn't want, or, our people did not want, you know, their offspring knowing about this stuff, because they didn't want, their children to be killed or to be outcast. So a lot of African Americans just didn't want to know anything about it, practice it. Like I said, it was considered an evil thing. A lot of people just didn't embrace it or want to pass it down to their family. But but there are a lot of, Black people that, kept the traditions, they kept those things. And, like I said, I made that other video so that some of you could, just truly answer some questions about yourself. Like I said, you might be having dreams about something. You might be having gifts and talents. You see people and you automatically know stuff, or you feel something, or when somebody's going to call. All of those things, those are gifts. Okay, so that's why I'm saying a lot of you are magical people, but you just don't know it because it was hidden from you due to Christianity and your people being super religious. So a lot of people are opening up now. They're finding out who they are. No matter where you're from, they're finding out where their people came from. And so um, I just want to make sure that everyone knows that they are accepted as far as you're finding out who you are. Don't feel like just because somebody said, oh, well, you can't do that because you live here. You don't have that in you because you're not from Mississippi. No, that's not right. You know, you got to be strong and tell people who you are, because if you don't tell people who you are, people are going to tell you who you are. And that's just not what you do. And I will say this, with the South, a lot of people are still with the colorism thing, and I shouldn't say just with the South, I should say just across the United States. And it shouldn't be that way, but it is, because I face a lot of it too, still to this day, 44 years old. And, people treat me differently because I'm a light skinned Black woman. Even though I'm still Black, and I'm probably Blacker than some of the darkest people here in the United States, okay, because it shows that the regular person, most Black people, doesn't matter what color your skin color, the average Black person is a quarter white, okay, not half, but a quarter right, quarter white or European. If you're not a quarter, then you're a little bit under. So every Black person in the United States is mixed with something, okay? So with that, like I said, we still deal with the colorism. I still deal with the disrespect. I get some sisters that, they try to get to know me, but they think just because I'm light skinned that I'm gonna go for that bullshit, and they're gonna talk to me any kind of way, and they're gonna tell me, like they would say back in the day, you need to do the light skin thing, which is just, shut up and, do what I tell you to do. But now, don't nobody run shit over here but Kathy, but High Priestess Kathy. And see, my whole life, I know my mouth got me in trouble most of my life, but my life is my life, and I'll be damned if I let a bitch try to tell me what to do. I don't care what color she is. If I'm not gonna be getting into it, with the law or whatever, like I said, I'll be damned if a bitch try to run me or tell me what to do. That's just not gonna happen. And then when they find out that I'm not going for it, a lot of them, they'll try to get an attitude, or they'll try to get mad at me, just like they did back out there, when I was in that old, coven. A lot of them still got a problem with me because I didn't act the way they wanted me to act. Well, you got to be yourself out here, especially in this magical community. And that's real. You have to be yourself, because if you don't, people will walk all over you. They'll take advantage of you. They'll talk about you. You got to stand up for yourself out here. And let me just get into the chat before I get ready to go off again, okay? Oh my goodness, I just had to vent. That's just what this video is about. Okay, so let's see. We got Astiel Beauty. I hope I said that right. Let's see. I think I'm going to be needing this. Let's see. I think that's right. Now, you are very pretty. Let's see. And Golden J is talking about casting a spell. Sexy voodoo priestess said, I found out, and I'm the first to start the journey, and my daughter is following me, and my granddaughters will too. My family were Mason and Eastern Stars. Exactly, exactly. Yeah, my daddy was a Mason, and um, his stepwife was an Eastern Star, and not my stepmother, excuse me, his new wife, not my mother, but his other wife. She wanted me to be in the Eastern Stars and stuff like that too, but my mama wasn't having it, and I really wanted to be in it, but I missed all that. But as far as me trying to get into it today, that's just not something that I would be interested in. But I think that it would be good as far as like self-esteem, and you got people that got your back, and they do so many different things for the community, and then they have like, parties and stuff. I think it'll be good. Okay. And so Magical Lady Dust Duchess and Astral Beauty, they're getting to know each other in the chat. Let's see. Golden J says, I am dark skin and I love light skinned women. They are blacker than me and I have much love. Yeah, all y'all shit y'all gotta go through. Let's see. And yeah, that's true. It's crazy. It really is. You know, I ain't nobody's punk. I'm gonna say that right now. If anybody's listening who think I'm a punk, you better come correct and come again. I'm so tired of these bitches on this internet starting shit. I really am. Y'all know how I used to be. I've been trying to clean up my myself, my life. I've been trying to clean up my mouth. Y'all know I'm really a nice person until I get pissed off, and then all hell is gonna break loose. Like I said, somebody told me, well, a few people told me that my mouth is gonna get me killed one day. Well, you know what? So be it if that happens. But like I said, I'm just so tired of these fake ass bitches and stuff, and these, especially the black ones that start shit. You know what I'm saying? You really don't see any black, white spiritualists or anything starting shit with me or starting shit with any other, witches of color. And that's a shame. It's always some black bitch, and I don't care if she's light skinned, brown skinned, cinnamon, dark skinned, or whatever it is. It's always one of them bitches that's always, starting shit with another sister. They won't go after the white witches like that. You know why? Because they some frauds and punks. That's why they some scary ass bitches. That's the reason why. Because they know them white witches, they all bonded together and stuff like that. I know that, they know that, that they scared of white people. That's what it is. That's truly what it is. So you got to have these fake ass black bitches come up in here and try to ruin your reputation, ruin your business. You know what I'm saying, Magical Lady Duchess? Try to ruin your business because they know that ain't nobody gonna follow they weak, sorry punk ass because they boring. They ain't got nothing to talk about. They a piece of shit. They living in a garage. I don't give a damn. That's really what it's all about. They see you doing good, living in a big house. That's why I don't want to show all my shit on the internet because these bitches be hating. Like I said, if they can kill you, they will. If they can magically if they could magically get their hands on your shit and kill you, they would probably do it if they could. You know what I'm saying? And it's always like I said, a sister that's doing that, and that's a shame. You know what I'm saying? That's really a shame. If you think I'm a fake and a fraud and all that, that's fine. Speak your piece. But do you have to make a campaign about it and try to ruin my business? If I was really a scam and a fraud and a criminal and all this, don't you think I would be in jail by now? Don't you think PayPal wouldn't have anything to do with me? I wouldn't be able to accept payments online. Don't you think that I wouldn't be able to set up a business online? Think about these things. Think about these things, people. If I was really a criminal, a scam artist, and a fraud like these black bitches on the internet, and on YouTube, try to lie, like I said, they have made so many different fake reports about me trying to get me off my shit. It's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? I think I got the most fake reports ever. And it's not really even from people, it's from other so-called black witches, especially in that other coven that I was in, still mad at me because, my mouth, I'm pretty sure I gave them a piece of my mind or whatever, so they still mad. You know, stay mad is all I can say. That's really it. So Ancestral Beauty says, I hope you and Magical Lady Duchess don't ever stop cussing. Well, well, I don't think so. I try to clean it up. I've been really trying to just, change my whole outlook, on the internet. I've been trying to be a little bit of a good girl. I don't want to get on here and embarrass myself or embarrass my sisters and stuff on here. You know what I'm saying? I want to be supportive to y'all, and it's not even about color. It's some, different color witches and stuff that I'm cool with, that I get along with. I just want to support them because a lot of them support me. They bought my perfume. They buy stuff from my store. They get readings from me. They do all that. But, huh, guess who don't do that? Guess who don't do that? Guess who don't? Even though I've supported them. You know what I'm talking about, Magical Lady Duchess? You know what I'm saying? Guess who don't? Even though you support them, they don't support you. You know what I'm saying? They look at you like you a piece of shit. They don't acknowledge you. You know what I'm saying? You'll be in their chat. You doing? You sound good. I wish you the best. They sit up there and ignore you like, like, bitch, get out of my chat. You know what I'm saying? And then when they start doing that, I'll leave them alone, because that's letting me know whatever issue they got with me, that's their problem. It don't have nothing to do with me. So, hey, Lisa, I'm surprised to see you here in my chat. How'd you find out I was on? I think this is the first time I ever seen you in my chat. Hi, Lady Daydream. How you doing? She says, "Epic Phil, your work and character speaks for itself, as for the rest of the great witches." Thank you, hon. And something, Lady Daydream. You know what? My heart really goes out to you because I know you are a younger practitioner, or witch. I'm not sure, what you call yourself or whatever. I'm just really getting to know you. But as young as you are, these bitches should be encouraging you, not tearing you down. When I saw all that stuff on those witches pages, how they had your pictures and your man's picture and stuff up, all that stuff. See, that's the reason why I don't want to show my men and all that stuff on the internet. Like I said, you see, they took my pictures and ran with it. Like I said, I'm sure they jacking off to them and stuff like that. Oh, nasty dogs, just nasty. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand them. But I lost all respect for them when they started messing with you like that. I just really did. I said, you know what? Should no grown woman be messing, trying to do that to somebody that's younger? And I know that you're a grown woman and everything, but that was just ridiculous. And all because you make comments, and you have the right to talk about whatever you want to in the comments section. Just like they was talking about me because I was laughing, at one of my sister witches, what they put in the comment section, and I was laughing at it. I'm like, you gonna be mad at me because I was laughing at something? I said, people laugh at me too. I said, but I ain't gonna sit up there and get mad about it. I said, I may not like it, but what am I really gonna get mad? What am I gonna do about it? Like I said, you gotta be stronger than that. What am I gonna do about it if you laughing at something like that? People need to, I swear. Hold on, let me push this chat thing down. Okay. Oh, there's a lot more people commenting. That's what the arrow's for. YouTube is always doing something different, and so is Facebook. Soon as I get used to one way, then they go and do something different. Let's see. Lisa said, "Oh, wait a minute." Celestial Beauty says, "Do you and Magical Lady Duchess feel there's enough?" Hold on. This thing. Uh Haley Le Bonjour perfume. Yeah, they said they attacked us by saying we sold fake perfume. Yeah, I know. They've been all over. That's really hating. You know what I'm saying? Hating on your business and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And if they could get a perfume deal, they would. I mean, and sitting up there talking about what's the deal with the perfume? What you think it's all about? It's all about entrepreneurship. It's all about making money. I mean, you got to make money. You got to have a career. You have ambitions. You want to do something different. I've always wanted to have a perfume line. That's why I hooked up with them. That's something that I wanted. Like, my grandmother, she loved perfume, and I collect perfume too. I got old perfume bottles. I keep those. And so it's just something that I always wanted to do, and I made a little money from it, and still gonna be making some money from it. So you know what? It's business. I mean, I don't see why come you couldn't understand that. I mean, just because we witches don't mean that's the only thing we do is, spell work and root work. I mean, we have other businesses too. I know some witches, they sell hair, and that's like what, $1 billion business? I might get into the hair business myself, have that on the side. You know what I'm saying? I got about 2 or 3 businesses on the side, and I hide them because of bitches like that try to ruin it. Like I said, somebody made a report and lied on me and said I sold them a fake, uh, some type of fake dresser for $111, and they want their money back. You know what? People have not, I've had people who wanted a refund back. I give refunds back. Okay, I'm not going to keep nobody's money and put my own business in jeopardy like that. Okay, and most people, when they get their money back, they happy and that's it. But like I said, not these bitches, because they tried to ruin my business. So I have to be real careful about what I really talk about. I have certain businesses where I deal with certain people. I don't bring that crap over here, because they some hating ass bitches. Let me get on back to the chat, y'all. I'm sorry. Let me see. Let's see. Okay, ancestral beauty. This is where I left off. Uh, Let me go back here. Hi, Catrice. Let's see. Yeah, that's right, Magical Lady Duchess. This isn't a competition, you know, and there is room for everyone. You do your own thing. If you confident and you know you got what it takes, do your own thing. Your ancestors got your back. They gonna bring you business. Do your own thing. Why are you worried about what everybody else is doing? You thinking people is a fake and a fraud? People thinking you a fake and a fraud too. Honestly, shoot, most of the people that be going on campaigns talking about this person's a fake and a fraud, this person a fake and a fraud, they the ones that's the fake and the fraud because they're self-projecting. I don't have to go around telling and putting people on blast and making campaigns. This person's a fake and a fraud because I got my own shit to worry about. I got my businesses to worry about. I ain't got time to worry about what they doing. I don't know all what they doing, and that's how I know who's really real. That's how you will know who's really real out here. That's all I have to say about it. Let's see. This is Bookie D said, please don't stop cussing. Yeah, I hope I answered that question for you, Celestial Beauty, because I'm trying to go back up here, and there's a lot of messages here. Okay, yeah. So do you and Magical Lady Duchess feel there's enough room for other witches on this platform? Yes, it is. I mean, you can have endless YouTube channels. Why not? Your business is your business. Your clients is your clients. Who comes to you, that's your business. Clients are going to go to who they want to go to. They might come see you for a little while, then they find interest in somebody else. They might go see them for a little while. You can't get mad at them. You know what I'm saying? That's just like if you're going shopping for something. People are shopping around, and maybe they might not be happy anymore with what you do, or maybe they've gotten all the information that they feel they can get out of you, and maybe it's something else that they want someone else to do. I mean, that's people business. That's like if you want a different pair of shoes, you know? I mean, you might get you some sneakers one day and then decide, you know what, I want some heels. I want some Louis Vuittons or something. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, come on. And that's what a lot of these people get mad about, because the people will go back, or they think that you're stealing their clients. And let me see. Uh Celestial Beauty says, I've been making videos for the ladies. I've been teaching scared to post publicly because I'm not wanting to be trolled or my kids to be trolled, but I'm almost to the point of not giving a fuck. That's true. That's true. There's so many things that you can do. Like, you can do like I do. I think I've made like a couple of videos on here showing my face and talking. So I'm letting people know this is really me, that is on here. You could do like I do, or you could do like some of these other witches do. They just show their hands and do stuff, or you can just be you and show your face and show your family, but just expect to be trolled, especially if you're going to do this stuff. Or there's trolls all over YouTube. It really doesn't matter what you do. So it's just, it'll be kind of weird at first, and they might say some things that make you mad and hurt your feelings, but after a while the trolls won't matter. I would say honestly, don't respond to it. Don't respond. Just don't respond. Like I told like I told Libra Joe Perfume, the founder. Like I told her, I said, just don't respond, because once you start responding, then it's like they're gonna be talking back and then keep messing with you. Like, I don't know what that's all about. It's crazy, but don't respond. Yeah, Bookie D. Yeah, they just wanted to be seen. That's what it is. Shoot. Golden J says, I got a day off and I'm drinking wine and feeling fine. Yeah, I need to I need to go in here and make me a little cocktail. I haven't had one in a while, but shoot, I'm about to go in here and make me some. Think I got some limes in there too. About to hook it up. Let's see. Lisa says, as a client, I like using different witches for work. I agree. I agree. Like I said, you could go to whoever you want to, like, that's the client's right. That's the client's business. You can't get mad at that. And like I said, that's why I work with a coven, because sometimes you need more than one person. You need backup, just like in the Bible where it says two or more are gathered, right? Sometimes you need your sister, sometimes, you need that elder. I have a male witch who's in my coven, and he's older than me, but I tell you what, he is loyal and he got my back, and like I said, I'm not going to say who it is, but, he's a powerful root worker and he don't play. Okay, so like I said, a lot of these people that's tried to come after me, they having issues. So that's all I have to say. And Magical Lady Duchess says she showed her. Oh yeah, yeah. You showed your life, and the trolls exist. That's right. Yeah, yeah. They're out there. I'm surprised haven't any popped up in the chat yet. It's been pretty peaceful here. So Raven says I'm sipping on Smirnoff screwdriver. Yeah, I'm about to be sipping on something. Everybody's sipping on something. I'm I'm gonna have to go in here and make me a cocktail now. I should have made me one before I got here in here in my altar room. Let me see. The Asia's sipping on something. Magical Lady Duchess sipping on look like a martini. Let's see. Lisa says, and you know me, I want what I want. Some witches are good at one thing and some at other. That's so true. That's so true because some stuff, I won't do, and I really don't really want to do is like really a lot of uh healing work. That's not my thing. And there's just some things that I won't that I'm not interested in doing. So, you know how that is. And some witches, they're really good at healing work. They really are. So Raymond said it's one of those nights, I swear. And badass witch, hey badass witch, what's up, girl? I see you holding it down. Hey, you have me cracking up laughing, boy. I badass witch. I be on your channel all the time. I'll be like, what's happening next? Boy, I tell you. Hey, Lady Witch. Lady Witch says twisted tea over here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like I saw somebody write. She said something about the tea flowing over. I was cracking up laughing. I said, that's a good one. I'm going to have to use that one. Shoot. I'm going to have to use that one, man. Celestial Beauty says, I have been solitary for years, but lately I've been yearning for a coven, a small one, but sometimes I feel I could use the energy of other witches. Yeah, really, and what I've learned too is that it's better if you do have a smaller coven, and really, to have a coven, you really just need like, 12 people. 12 people is considered a coven. And so if you Google up coven and you start doing research and stuff like that, you'll see that uh, it's really just a few group of not 12 but 13. I don't know. No, not 13, 12. Yeah, that's right. 12 witches. So or less, I wouldn't have it too big because I tried to have a coven or I tried to run a coven for someone, uh or a group I should say, not the coven, but a group, and it was hell. So, you got to deal with a lot when you got a lot of people, you got a lot of different personalities, and a lot of them, like I said, they are witches and they think they can do it better than you. They think they can tell you what to do. A lot of them, they'll, group together and stuff, especially if one hates you. If one hates you in the coven, they're going to get they're going to get a little group of people together, that don't like you really and try to cause hell for you, because like I said, they think they can do it better than you in your own group that you created in your own coven that you put together, which, it's just better if they will go on, move on, and create their own coven instead of trying to, take over yours, which I've had that problem and I've had to kick people out. And then people get mad when you put them out, of groups as well, so, I had to get away from all that. I have a group now, and then, like I said, I have my coven, but the group, I'm just making sure I don't kick anybody out really unless they're doing, something really, really, bad and people are reporting them then. But other than that, in my group, I don't really try to get to know too many people on a personal basis, but your coven is everything. You got to trust the people that you're dealing with, in your coven. That's why I say get a small group. If you can't get 12, then start out with maybe two or three, and see how that works. And we'll say this: if you're good with getting along people in real life, you know, you'll have an easy time creating your coven or getting it started. But if you have a a challenge dealing with people in real life, then you're going to have a challenge starting your coven. So I hope that helps for those of you who are thinking about that, because I'm not letting any more people. I'm not taking any more people in my coven right now, because the people that are already there, I trust enough, and I know they have my back. So we all work together and do things together, during the moon phases and all that good stuff. So yeah, let me get back in the chat because I'm going on and on. Boy, I tell you, these lives, before you know it, I see people end up being on here an hour, 2 hours. I'm not sure how long I've been on here, honestly, but I've been on here for a little while. Let's see. Sexy Vodun priestess. Who is the witch that look like they don't bathe? Celestial Beauty said that. Lady Daydream says, have a great evening. Gotta go. Bye, Lady Daydream. I'll be checking out your channel. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Magical Lady Duchess. Yeah, you gotta deal with all them personalities. Anyway, she claims Satanist, but she's got no clout on the LHP. Yeah, and I've done that. I've studied Satanism and satanic practices for a while, and boy, I tell you, it will take over. You know what I'm saying? It is very powerful. If you start getting into that, it's just like, I know that there's a difference between Lucifer and Satan, but there's uh there's just an energy when you're practicing that or studying that kind of takes over. And boy, during that time, I just can't believe how I was. I mean, I'll have to talk about that one day and let you guys know. But you do have this feeling of this ultimate power, and nothing can touch you, no one can hurt you. You can do all of these things to people. And I will tell you, a lot of the times when I had called upon uh, Satan, that entity or energy, which I call them all divine beings, because to me they're all just divine beings. They're just like angels too, but they serve a different purpose. So um, I just remember whenever I would call upon that energy, like my whole altar room would get cold. Like you would think it would be freezing cold. That's how I knew that he was there to assist me. He was there to help me in what I was trying to do. And I wasn't afraid because I was used to calling on him, but right now I'm not working with that energy, but I'm just saying if you start getting into that, you'll start to notice a change in yourself. You'll start attracting different people around you too. And but like I said, um he will give you enough power, but you'll have this sense of having more power than you really do. Like I said, but that's something that I'll have to, talk about one day. And let's see. Badass Witch is drinking coffee. Badass Witch, you drinking coffee. Everybody else is drinking some alcohol. And I think I need to go ahead and get off here too in a little bit. So yeah. I'm reading all the comments. Centuro Mystic. Hello, Centuro. How are you? Lisa said, call. You remember that Nat? She finally gone, gone, gone. Now he got another one. I don't care if he ever come back to me, but I don't want to be happy with nobody. I know that's selfish, but oh well. Yeah, but men are gonna be men. But well, at least we got rid of that other one. Yeah. Maybe next time if you get some work done, if it's not by me and another witch, make sure you put I want him to not mess with any woman. Maybe not that certain woman, but make it broad and general overall, like no woman. No woman at all but me. Let me see this. Yeah. Bookie D says a lot of celebrities practice that. Yeah. Sexy Voodoo and Priestess says, Kathy, I worked with Papa before. Yes, I have too, Papa Legba. I love Papa Legba. Like I said, he's opened the doors for me a lot, for my clients too, and you have to respect that. You have to respect him. I mean, like, he has that energy, you know. I mean, I don't work with him on like every day, but like during certain cases and different things, I always ask, him to open the door, for me, open the doors so I can help my clients and different things like that. Like I said, and a lot of thing I will tell you, which is too, is don't tell a lot of people, who you're working with or who you're practicing with when you just come out anyway, because a lot of people, they'll try to give you a hard time and, oh, you can't work with this or you can't work with that. You work with who the fuck you want to work with, okay? And let them know too. They can't stop you from working with some deity or some spirit. They sure can't. I can't stand them type of people. You can't work with him. You can't work with that. Nobody told. Who told you you can work with Dambala? I told my motherfucking self I can work with Dambala. You know why? Because my ancestors work with Dambala. Like I said, my ancestors came from Louisiana. They work with Dambala there. And my ancestors also came from Benin, which I already knew that anyway because my daddy told me that. So when I saw that on my ancestry chart, it didn't surprise me. Not that when I've thought about the people from Benin, and people seem to forget, they want to say, this is Haitian voodoo, this is, New Orleans voodoo. Dambala was here first with the people of Benin, Togo. Okay. So really, we have the right to work with that spirit. So, I mean, I'm working with a Dambala that I know. If their Dambala is different, then theirs is different. So they don't have the right to tell me that I can't work with certain spirits or certain deities. I know what the fuck I'm doing. I've been knowing what the fuck I'm doing. I know I've been on YouTube for the past 2 years, but like I said, I've been practicing for a little while now. Y'all know that. And I've been doing readings and stuff for so long, all of this professionally, over 15 years. Like I said, it's probably what, 16 years now? I mean, like, this is just what I do. This is my calling. This is what I do. So, people that try to tell you you can't do this, you can't do that, tell them they know they can kiss your grits and stick it where the sun don't shine. Honestly. Yeah. Vana Rose says, have you worked with Santa Marte? You know what? I have worked with her one time, but it was just that one time, and I felt I work with Oshun too, and for some reason Oshun was dealing with me, and I didn't work with Santa Marte anymore. But I did, respect her and say thank you, and I did make a little offering to her, and she did come through for me, and she will come through. That's what I'm saying. I know Libra Joel. I mean, I know Adeline. Um, she works with Santa Marte, and Santa Marte is good to her too. And she does deliver fast. She does. But you know, I was just Oshun just she all right with Dembala, I feel like, but you know, I don't know. It's just she real, you know, picky about who I'm working with. I know a lot of people they can work with a lot of different people, it seemed like, but boy, I tell you, let's see. Uh Badass Witch laughing. And Sexy Voodoo Priestess says, I'm new to practicing, but I was told that I should practice for years. Is that true? It depends on what you're going to do. I mean, if you're just, okay, like you said, you're just new, you're starting out practicing, but as far as like for years, I mean, you can practice for years. I mean, every time that you, I guess, go to your deity or go to your spirits for help and stuff like that, or you're giving offerings. I mean, you are actually practicing. That's part of being a practitioner too, besides, helping people. So if you're talking about like doing work and helping people, that depends on honestly where you are. If the spirits is telling you, no, 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 or you're not getting a good feeling that you should be doing it, then don't do it. But like I said in my earlier video, some people are just naturally talented, to do this. It's their calling to do this. So they might start, offering services or something earlier than that. And then they're just continuing, to practice. You have to, if you're going to be a reader, you have to get in there and start doing readings for people. You got to, you can't wait years, you know what I'm saying, to practice. I mean, if you're going to be offering services, which I'm thinking that's what you mean, then it depends on where you are with the spirits and the deity that you work with. If you feel like you're ready and you're confident, then that's your business to go for it. And like I said, don't tell a lot of people what you're doing. Don't tell everybody who you're working with, because you're going to run into this right here. People telling you you should hold off for years, and you can't do this and you can't do that. You got to be close. You got to use discernment. You got to listen to your ancestors. I hope that helped without me going on and on. Sexy Voodoo Princess said the person who told me that was a transgender, Kathy. You know what? Well, that's fine. I don't have nothing against transgender people. I mean, I've met some transgender people, in my lifetime. I know them. And most of the transgender people that I met, they're pretty nice and stuff like that. So, maybe that person told you that because, they someone told them that, who taught them that or whatever, and maybe they're just looking out for you because they feel like they have their own opinion. I would just get a second opinion. Like you got my opinion, so that's your second opinion. Talk to another reader, or practitioner. I know there's a couple here in the chat. You can ask them too, or maybe they can respond back and tell you, maybe if you know it's gonna take you years or not. So I wish you the best on that, but definitely go with your intuition, go with your heart on that. And you are very welcome, sexy voodoo priestess. Sexy voodoo priestess said, "Well, this one don't like you guys, honey. That's okay. It's a lot of people that don't like me or don't like us. So you know, and so I don't pay attention to that, and that's just so last year to me. I think I know who you're talking about. That's just so last year to me. I don't pay attention to that stuff anymore. I mean, to be honest, I'm being entertained by other stuff on YouTube when I get on here. So I don't have time for all that stuff. So, like I said, you can get another opinion and go with your heart on what you want to do. Okay, Golden J says, I gave money to ancestors and it healed my relationship to a relative I had conflict with. Yeah, I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. You take care of your ancestors, you know, they'll take care of you. And like most of the time, even, before you really start practicing or whatever, they're gonna take care of you anyway. They show you things. I mean, they've showed me the things that saved my life, growing up and everything. So, yeah. Yeah, so I think that I'm pretty much done venting, and I appreciate all of you who are in the chat. It's a lot of you this evening, and I'm thankful for you all interacting with me and everything. But like I said, the name of this live stream is called The Hoodoo That You Do. Enough is enough. And for those of you that missed out, you can go back to the beginning. And like I said, I've really just had it up to here with a lot of these bitches. A lot of them, they're really, not your friend. I wouldn't even say friend, but I wouldn't count on a lot of these people to be your friends. Just look at them as allies, and everything. And like I said, just watch what you say if you're going to come out, as a witch, because we still have people out here who are very judgmental, and they're basically uh witch hunters and everything. I mean, it's, and like I said, these people who are always on campaigns talking about people are frauds and phonies and all that. Those are the main people who you need to watch out for, because they are self projecting, and these people will do anything to try to ruin, your business, ruin your reputation online, and like I said, I've only had other black other black people do this to me. I haven't had any problems with anybody of any other color trying to start anything with me online or anything. Actually, they've all been pretty supportive, and so, like I said, I'm not trying to make this about race, but as black women, I think we just really need to, if not support each other, then leave each other alone. You see a sister out here trying to make a living, or she's trying to uh get her name out there, and if you might think that she's a fraud and a phony, you know uh don't put her out there on Front Street, especially if she's younger too. Don't do that to them. If anything, help them. If you think that they're a fraud or if they're doing something wrong, offer your services to them for free. Tell them, say, I think that what you're doing is wrong, or is a fraud. It's not right. So I want to help you. I want to help you do it right. Don't try to ruin that person's business and stuff like that, because that's just a bad reflection of who you are. The jealousy and hatred, oh my gosh, it's just ridiculous. you know and what can I say? I know them black bitches ain't gonna listen to me. But I just put it out there into the universe, into the ethers, and hopefully it'll land where it's supposed to one day. Maybe they'll get a clue and back off and quit fucking with people. You know what I'm saying? Seriously, get a fucking life. Why don't you? Thank you so much for tuning in and listening, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and close this live stream out. And I thank you all for stopping by. All right. Bye bye.